Welcome back, everyone. This is Jeronitis bringing you Feed the Beast 1.6. Today we are starting on episode 77, and we are going to be leaving behind bees forever. Yeah, right, I like them too much. So, before we go, let's do this. We're going to do a flowers pollination serum and my two draconic peoples here. They are draconic, and they are my greatest creation. Not necessarily my greatest, but they're going to be made to only use flowers for their pollination. That way I don't have to worry about dragging around a dragon egg, even though I'm going to use them to create dragon eggs. But that's besides the point. So, last episode, I said we would be moving beyond bees and that we'd do breeding off camera from now on. And we're going to go ahead and get into doing something else that is going to help increase production of seed oil. So we're going to use a multi-block form called a farm, and we are going to build it right here. Now, I have been playing on Pandemicraft quite a bit lately, so apologies if I seem a little bit messed up. I think messed up is a good way to put it. Well, let's go with messed up, because I am just having the hardest time adjusting between that world and this world. But let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so it's 15 blocks wide right here, and we need 16 blocks, ironically enough, but that's okay, that's actually not that bad. So let's see, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we're going to dig here and here. And we should be able to, in this 4-block section, clear out what we want to clear out. Oops, didn't want to do it like that. I'll eventually clear all of this out because it's going to be necessary, but that's neither here nor there. Alright, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks past, and we're going to go and do this. I'm basically planning the setup that I will need to get this going. So let's see, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to be building the forestry. Ironically enough, since we're getting done with bees, we're going to stick with the forestry mob for now. And we're going to build a forestry multi-farm. Okay, the forestry multi-farm will fit in this hole. It should be 4 wide by 1, 2, 3, 4 deep by 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, it's going to be 5 long, not 4 long. If I remember correctly anyway. It's been quite a while since I've done this, so I might be off by just a little bit. Okay, so then below that, we're going to need at least a 2-block walkway for me to be able to walk in and out of. So we'll go ahead and chop this. Why I'm not using a hammer, I don't know. Okay, so that should give me 2 spaces beneath. Let's chop over to the basement and see exactly where we come out. Hopefully not in a too bad of a place. Although it will probably take a little bit to get over here because we're going underneath the smeltery first. Oh. Okay, not where I expected to come out. That's interesting. I wonder how I should set this up. Going through this wall really is not a great idea. And where did you come from? Get back here. Add you to my list of things I can turn into. Okay, so yeah, let's see. We're going to hmm. Sure, why not? Let's do this. And we will just go around the side of this thing. Why not? Gonna have to run stuff through here anyway, so I might as well. Oh look, we have power right there as well. So that's gonna be useful. Wonder where's that power running from and to? And why do I have this stupid thing trying to suck things in my inventory? I have plenty of inventory space, but for some reason it doesn't want to just acknowledge that. But that's fine too. Alright, so we'll chop through here, excuse me, and we will get into this area, and this will be where we're going to put stuff. So first thing we want to do is we want to go and we want to get started making the actual multi-block blocks. Alright, that's still not the greatest location for that, but we'll just have to get over that. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to look up the farm. Alright, so in the farm blocks, you can actually create a bunch of different ones. They're ultimately all going to make the same thing, but you can make them out of different versions. You can make them look like bricks. You can make them look like nether bricks. You can make them look like cracked bricks. I mean, you can make them look like all different types. For my purposes, I'm just going to go with the standard farm block. Okay, so to make the standard farm block, you need any kind of wooden slabs, copper, the type of brick that you want it to look like, and then a tin electron tube. So a tin electron tube is going to require the thermionic fabricator. Okay, I don't think we have any of those set up currently. I'm not remembering us having any of those for any reason. And no, we do not. Okay, so let's go make a thermionic fabricator real quick. Hopefully I'll have everything necessary to make said item. Let's see, farm blocks. This requires a oh, I can't do it like that. I knew that. So let's see. There's the thermionic fabricator. And it's just gold, glass, a chest, and a sturdy casing. We should have everything but the sturdy casing. Well, isn't that interesting? Okay, well, let's see. Do we have any bronze? No. Do we have any? Yes, we do have Tinkerer's metal. So excellent. We can do this in our other crafting station right here real quick. And make ourselves some sturdy casings. Alright. I said I was leaving bees behind. I didn't say anything about forestry. Alright, so now that we have our thermionic fabricator, we need to plug it into some power. So I'm going to just go ahead and stick it right here on the end of this real quick. We won't be using it for that much. And it has a constant power draw, which is actually very annoying. But it's warming up. That'll be fine. And we need to put some sand. No, put some glass in it. So let's see. Basically, the thermionic fabricator uses power to melt glass, and then the molten glass is put in here. That fills things up and lets us make electron tubes. Alrighty. No. So now we need to look up the farm again, and it is going to require tin electron tubes, which is just a bunch of tin and redstone. So we should be able to just go ahead and get some tin. That should be fine. And some... no, we're not looking for electron tubes. We're looking for redstone. And I can't spell, but that's okay too. Alrighty, so we should be able to do this and this. And here we go. So we should be able to put this like this, put this like that, and that should get us electron tubes. All right, so if it is going to be 5 long and 4 wide, 5 times 4 is 20, but then it's also going to be 4 deep, so that's going to be 80. So we're going to need 80 of these farm blocks. So there's 64 and 36, and that should make our 100 blocks. So let's see. Now we should be able to go over here. We should be able to drop these in, re-look up farm, and we should be able to go ahead and shift-click in some farm blocks. And we can. And we made 32 and we ran out of planks. Okay, are we out of every kind of plank? Why, yes we are. Okay, I guess I never... Let's see. No, not plants, planks. Alrighty, so we can just do... We have 310,000 of these. I think we can create some planks. And now we can do a farm block yet again and make the rest. Alrighty, good. So now we have the stuff to make the multi-block structure. So the next thing we need to do is we need the actual control points for this multi-block structure. Okay, so the multi-block structure requires these blocks, but it also requires a couple of controls. For one, we actually need a farm gearbox. The farm gearbox is basically the main control for the unit. So we can make this by using any of our currently made farm blocks and a bunch of tin gears. So let's make a bunch of tin gears because everything takes tin gears when it comes to making this stuff. So we're going to make a bunch of extras. Because first off, I've got tons of resources, and second off, we're going to use quite a few of these. Alright, so the gearbox, which requires that. Okay. The next thing we're going to need is the hatch. Farm hatch, which requires one of these blocks again. And then, of course, the last thing we're going to need is going to be the farm valve. Now, I'm going ahead and making all of these, and I'll explain to you exactly what they all are as we put it together. There is one other piece here, and it is the farm controller. I honestly don't know what that's used for. I've never used it. I've built these multi-block farms several times in the past, and I've never actually used one. So, yeah, we'll just leave it at that and move on. All right, so we want to build this thing, and it's a multi-block structure, so we have to build it all together. It's going to be 4 tall, just like that, and then it is going to be 4 wide. Oh, you would. Just like that. And now, because I like the idea of being as cheap as possible, where's my builder's wand? I must have it in my equipment chest somewhere else. Oh well. So let's see. We'll go ahead and build the rest of this out. And that is 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes. And we should be able to just pop down here and finish putting in the last couple of these. Now we should be just a couple short, and we're not. Why aren't we a couple short? Can I not do math? I can't do math, can I? 4 wide, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 long. Multi-block form! How do I have 17 left? 5 this way times 4 should be 20 each, correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Oh, because it's not 100, it's 80. I said, oh well. I knew what I said, and I knew what I needed. And I just, got lost in the middle somewhere. The real question is, why isn't this thing forming up? And I do not know. It should have just formed up immediately. So let's see. One, two, three, 4 deep. By 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 long by 4 wide. Why doesn't this look right? Something doesn't seem right about this. Is it only supposed to be 3 wide? Maybe I'm just not remembering right. Let's cut this down. It is only supposed to be 3 wide. That's why this isn't working. Now when I cut this last one, we should be able to say it. Multi-block form! There it was. Okay, I was trying to make it too wide. Oh man, that means my whole calculations are messed up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. That's okay. I can fix this. Or can I? That is the question, isn't it? Alrighty. Hopefully without the oops this time. Or not. I am oops prone, am I not? Multi-block form! Come on. Good multi-block. It's a good multi-block. Alright, so when we put this together, it forms the farm block, and when you right-click it, you know it's formed because you have this black band right here. So when it forms, you can actually go inside here, and you can actually see what's going on inside it. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is immediately break this multi-block because it is formed, but it's not formed in the way we actually want it to be. I hate it when it does that. I'll pretty you up later, but for now, just form over function. Or function over form. And I don't want to be a bat anymore. So anyway, first thing we want to do is put in the extra pieces that we had made. The extra pieces we had made allow us to do things with the multi-block farm that we could not do previously. Specifically, we're going to chop out that block right there, and that block right there. And, just because we're going to do this corner block as well. So the first thing we want to do is put in the gearbox. The gearbox is where you put power. Okay, you pump power into the gearbox, and that gives the farm the power necessary to run. The second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the valve in. The valve is where you pump water in, and the water is what is used to, water your crops and whatnot. Okay, and then of course the last thing is the hatch. The hatch is where items come in and go out from on the multi-block. Okay, so next thing we need to do is we need to run some power over here. We need to run some water, and we need to run some ME stuff so that we can have our ME stuff working here. So unless I'm mistaken, I should have a aqueous accumulator handy in the ME system, and I should probably even have some buckets of water. So let's go ahead and run over here real quick and see if we have a aqueous accumulator. I do not. Well, fine. We can make one. I have that ability. See, that was easy, wasn't it? So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get some buckets. What in the world is that? Okay, milk spring bucket, sludge spring bucket. I do not understand why those are separate things, but that's okay. I don't have to understand. And where is our water source for down here? We never did actually go back and make another one, did we? We certainly did not, but that's okay. I know where there happens to be some water. Not only that, but it's infinite. Alrighty, so with the same thing as we usually do, we put the water source blocks on either side of the aqueous accumulator. And put the aqueous accumulator in the middle. And, oh, I forgot to say multi-block form again. Oh, man, I'm fired. Oh, well. So then we're going to go over here and we're going to get some fluid ducts and let the water flow up and into the farm. Which actually, I don't need any of this stuff in my inventory. I don't know why I'm trying to carry it here. Matter of fact, I don't need any of you. Get out of here. Alright. So when we put the fluid ducts over here, it should automatically pump up and into the farm. And there we go. So now we can see here that water is flowing into the farm. Alrighty, so we're getting into the basics here. So let's go ahead and get a little bit more advanced. We're going to go ahead and run the power. Since I happen to have power right here, we're going to need some redstone energy conduit, and we'll go ahead and run that power as well. Alrighty, and as long as we're here, you know what? Let me go ahead and get some ME cable. Oh, we only have 13. Yeah, gonna need more than that. As a matter of fact, go ahead and make me a bunch. And we're going to need a import bus and an export bus as well. The import bus can be a simple one, but since we have a precision one already, we'll use it. The export bus needs to be a precision one, and I'll show you why here in just a minute. Alright, so that takes care of that part. Now let's go over here. We will tap in to the current power supply that's already here. And there we go. So now when we look in here, it should show power right here, but it's not. Maybe it won't show power there until I actually oh, there it is. It says it on the top here that it's getting the power, although it's not showing it in the GUI yet. So, but that's okay. It doesn't have to show it as long as we know it's there. Alright, so the next thing we want to do is we want to export to and import from the hatch. So we're going to go ahead and hook these two together. And then we're going to run the cable back along here until we can run it into the ME system. Oh, I'm not going to be able to go through that, am I? No, I'm not. Let's see. How do I want to go about this? Let's see. Well, we're going to be popping that. Have space one above. So, yeah. We'll go above. I don't think this will become a problem. And yes, I'm using a pickaxe on dirt. Sue me. Alrighty, so we'll go up that way. No, that way. And this will be so much easier as a bat. I don't like the lower view of things, but so be it. Alright. Now where do I have the closest ME cable to hook this into? Well, it doesn't look like there's any back that way. I guess we just have to go for the forward motion here. And yeah, we're not doing it that way. Where's my shovel? Shovel. Thank you. Oh, and of course, one block. It's one block and it's like, shovel. You don't need a shovel. You need a pickaxe. Alrighty, we should be able to do this one more block. Please tell me I didn't just punch through. Okay, I didn't. Good. Okay, good. So we should be able to go ahead and run this. Get off of there. And alrighty, so that connects that, which should then have that going. Okay, so now we have all that we need for that part of this. But wow, this took a little bit longer than I expected it to, so we may have to come back and do more of this next time. For now, we can go ahead and carve out a little bit bigger area, and it's getting dark. Oh, that's right, it doesn't get dark here. That's a figment of your imagination. Alright, so basically, when you have the multi-block farm, you have to give it an area that it knows it can work with. In this case, the area that it knows it can work with is any area that is built out of whatever you chose to make the farm blocks out of. In my case, I used bricks, so that's what we're going to use to fill in the actual, get out of here, farm blocks. Why, it's determined to let me have stuff I don't really care to have, but that's okay. So, what we need to do now is we need to map out the area that it's going to be using for the farm blocks. So, as you can see, I placed this farm in a specific location, and I placed it in that location because I wanted to be able to have it be right up against the edge of the house. That was kind of a stupid way to do that, because it's going to be right up against the side of the house. Ah, crap. Oh, well. So, 6 blocks off of the base is the way this thing can reach. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so that's 6 blocks off of this side, and all the way along this side. So, we should be able to just go ahead and chop all this. Okay. And we're going to not actually put it directly on the surface here. We're going to put it one below. Mostly because I like to have my area be level when I'm done. So basically what we need to do is we need to build brick. And we need to build it in the side here. I'm sorry, not in the side, but off the side. And that brick, when attached to the multi-block farm, will let the farm know that it is supposed to use the area above the brick that I'm placing now as its farm area. If I were to put anything in here before this, it would actually give me the message that there is no available farm area. I'm not going to do that because I have available farm area. So now that this is touching this, it acknowledges that these bricks are workable farm area. Okay? And, dang it. No, can't do that either. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay this out. Just like so. And now we'll do the other side as well. Where's my excavator? Come here. And in theory, that should have been 6 right there, straight off. Alrighty, and now we'll do this side just the same. I'm sorry, it doesn't rain here either. I so much love the fact that I can make the overworld permanently light and no raining without cheating. It's a built-in part of the mod pack. The greatest. Alright, so enough of that. But I really love that fact. Alright, so once you actually finish building this in, as I'm going to eventually, if it stops being so much of a pain in my butt, you have to, well, you don't have to, but you can go ahead and connect these pieces of farm to get. I can't fly to show you because I'm a dummy. And not only that, but I actually built this side wrong too. I went ahead and said, well, I'm not going to go and do it here. I'm going to go one deeper. And then I didn't go one deeper. But that's okay. The people who are actually paying attention are like, hey, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. And then some of them are just sitting there going, I wonder when he's going to realize he's doing it wrong. The answer to that question is never. Okay, I did, but that's not the point. All right, so now off the edges of these, we can connect the two diagonally like this. It basically allows you to have the 6 off to the side and then a diagonal connection across to the others like this, thus forming the entire farmable area. I don't technically have to make this big for what I'm going to do, but we are going to because I want to. I'm going to give you the example of how it can be done, not necessarily how you should do it, because you can always do it however you want to. You can build this huge farm and not even fill it in. You can do one side and leave the rest alone if you want to. You don't actually have to do it this way. It's just, the way I'm choosing to do it. So, do it how you want to do it. You don't have to follow me. They give you some flexibility on that one. Okay, what did I do wrong there? That's not right. Something's wrong. Oh. Of course something's wrong there because I'm trying to build it off of the old pattern instead of using the pattern that I know is right. There we go. And that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. There we go. And I'm trying to fly again, even though I already know that I can't fly. Alright, so we're probably going to wrap up the episode here. This took a little bit longer than anticipated, but that seems to be the way I do things. When we come back, we will get the rest of this farm functioning. We'll get some stuff growing in it, and then we will move on to the next step, which is going to be abandoning forestry entirely. We're going to get this functional, and once it gets functional, we're going to let it go ahead and run for a while. And then once we get it, once we get a decent amount of this under our belts, then we can actually use what we're going to be producing to do other and more interesting things. But for now, this is Jeronitis signing off. Like me if you like me. Give me a subscription if you think I'm doing a great job and want to see more. Otherwise, help spread the gaming.